Our writer for this episode is my favorite, Tim Minear, back again. And our director is our old friend Bruce, Seth Green.
Wow.
Yeah, you recall a classic Buffy director, directed The Pack, and Halloween, and Ted. And his last episode of Buffy was Phases, the episode where you find out Oz is a werewolf. So that was kind of a while ago.
hmm
He comes back on Angel, directs 3 episodes of Angel. This is the second of them. The first one was In the Dark, which was the Spike crossover episode. And now he is just directing a random episode of Angel here, which is cool. Um,
By the way, I am worried about Spike. I hope it's not like we're setting up. It's like Spike and Faith and Adam are the bad guys, like all three of them. Hope that's not where we're going.
mm, what a dream team though.
You think so? I guess
Yeah.
so. They're pretty weird though. They all have very different strengths and weaknesses.
And very different agendas.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
What is
All right.
Spike's agenda even? I don't even understand.
I think Spike's main
He just
agenda
loves the
right now
action.
is to get the chip the fuck out of his head.
Oh yeah, I guess that would. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
And to get a new TV. They fucking broke it in the last
I
episode.
know those assholes.
That was terrible.
He's missing passion.
That was Forrest, wasn't it?
It was fucking
God
Forrest.
damn.
Piece of shit. All right, let's hear your thoughts on The Prodigal.
The prodigal son all along was Liam. Who knew? But it was
Yeah.
Liam. All right, we're in Ireland.
I like that.
17.
It's sort of like like the rise of vampires as a Jesus metaphor.
Oh, yeah,
It's
I guess.
interesting.
But 1753, that was a long fucking time ago. You
Yeah.
forget how long ago that was, but when you think about it, that was a long, long time ago.
That was exactly 200 years before my mom was born, gang.
Really? That's
Yeah.
crazy. Wow. So so Liam, he's got a dad who beats him up or whatever, right? And
Well,
then
we
we
see him.
go.
He's hitting on that comely what is it? Just servant lady.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, I thought you were talking about the little girl. Was that his sister? Who was that little girl?
I think it was his sister. I think we learned that Angel has a little sister in this episode. He killed her.
Yeah, that was so sad.
Little Kathy.
Oh
Um,
really?
yeah. Now the servant girl, they refer to her as Anna in dialogue, but then if you look at the credits, she's just credited as servant. And I felt bad for that actress. I was like, if I was
Yeah.
that actress's agent, I would have insisted that she get credited as Anna in the
Yeah, she's
episode.
literally
It
called
looks
Anna. I
better.
remember that. He calls
Yeah,
her, he's like, "Come here, Anna. Come
that's
over
right.
here." That sucks.
I know.
Well, she wasn't sleeping with Joss, or else she would have gotten the proper credit.
Probably
So
right about
that's
that.
good to
Maybe
know.
she turned him down.
Yeah, good for you. That's awesome. You don't know anything about Anna? Maybe Anna went to go do more stuff.
Nah, I looked her up. She hasn't worked much, but somebody else in this episode turned out to be a big star.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
the delivery guy.
No, I can't believe you didn't clock this. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. So all right, we go. So his dad hits him or whatever. Go to current day. He's in another fight, different fight with a different guy.
Good cut, by the way.
Cool cut. Yeah, I agree. Cool cut. And we go. Kate shows up, and she's like, we got a call about a homeless guy on the train or something." I honestly I didn't really understand what was going on. There was like a homeless guy, so they stopped the train because he like there's a homeless guy on the track, or the guy was on the train.
Someone was being threatening on the train. All right. And he got pulled out through the top of the train, and somebody else on the train pulled the emergency brake. And that was the delivery guy.
Was he pulled out by Angel?
No, he was pulled out by that demon guy.
Oh, right, the demon guy. Okay. All right. And all right, so Kate's there, and yeah, we meet the delivery guy that I feel like you think's gonna be a bigger deal than he is. I don't know.
Yeah, I had the same reaction to the character. It
But
felt like
yeah,
they were setting him up for more.
It's really just like her dad's
It's literally
story.
they're investigating him, and then Cordelia comes back. She's like, just a delivery guy, and then we never talk about him again.
Right, yeah. And dad's there. Kate's dad. I forgot his name. Mr. Lockley. That's
I
all
believe
that I know.
Trevor Lockley.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, because we made a big deal. Like it's weird that that guy's name is Trevor. Like Trevor
Yeah,
doesn't match that old guy. But so Angel, he beats up that guy, kills the guy, and Kate's like, "Oh my God, you just killed that homeless guy." And he's like, "No, it was a demon. Don't worry about it." And whatever. And then we go to I thought this was weird. So this whole episode, it's not like vision, it's not like flashbacks we're seeing. These are things that Angel is thinking about, right?
yeah,
Because we see the thing with Darla, and then we see him like snap back into it when Cordelia is like, "We have security that we're setting up," and he's like, "Oh, well, yeah, security."
yeah.
And
Angel's reflecting. He's doing some reflecting.
right, right, and yeah. So Darla, cool to see Darla, whatever.
Great to see Darla, and I love how they like were able to use moments from Graduation Day Part Two. No, it's not. I mean, from Becoming Part One, and cut them in with new footage that they shot for this episode.
Yeah, I was actually confused that because I thought we learned all of that in Becoming Part One, and then here I was like, are they messing with the origin that we already know? Like, am I
Not
like
at all.
forgetting
They're just
things?
adding to it. Like we see him in a bar and then we see her turn him. The footage of
We
her
never saw that
turning
before.
him, the footage of her turning him into a vampire we saw before in Becoming Part 1, but the footage from the bar right before, that's all new.
Of course. But we knew like that she put like the blood on her
Chest.
yeah, and then he bit her.
That's from Becoming Part 1.
That happened? How do I not remember
Yes,
that? I feel like that would be so memorable and I
it
don't
was.
well, yeah, it
Yeah,
was this time, but not I don't remember that the first time. It's crazy.
it's in
But
there.
all right, so Wesley shows up and he says this is a Quaini demon.
Yeah, something like that.
I want to call it the Kawhi Leonard demon. That's a basketball player. So this is the Kawhi Leonard demon, and he's pretty cool. But we learned that these guys are peaceful. They don't do anything bad to anybody. So clearly they were antagonized by something, or they're after something. So we got to figure
Yeah,
out what that's about.
right.
What was that? And so Angel goes to Kate, and he's like, "Hey, Kate, I got some questions about what was on that train." And she's like, "Angel, it's the middle of the day. How did you get here?" And he's like, "Oh, tunnels." I always like that.
It's
Funny.
always tunnels.
He's like, "Oh, the sewers. Don't worry about it." So
And her reaction
Angel,
is literally like, "Oh, right, I forgot you do that." Okay.
yeah, I feel like that they still do that a lot on Angel. Like that, they're still unsure what our audience knows on Angel. Like we know, like Buffy, we know everything. Angel, I feel like we're still talking to like 3-year-olds sometimes a little bit.
Well, I think a lot of Angel, they're thinking about audience members that might not watch Buffy.
But even like I feel like we've established this in Angel so far.
You're not wrong.
Okay. Right. And so Angel goes and he follows the delivery guy, right? He works for Blue Circle. Is that important?
I don't know.
All right, guess not.
Probably not.
Not as cool as that beer, whatever Frost, Black Frost. Not as
Very
memorable
good.
as that brand. But and then he visits Mr. Lockley, right?
Yeah.
And I want to bring something up. I feel like this was like the next day or days later, but Wesley and Cordelia visit the train place and that body is still there.
You're right.
Wasn't that weird?
I never really thought about it before. I'd have to go back and check your math on the days, but you might be right.
I'm pretty sure like time has passed and they're like, "Oh, body's still here. Let's just do science." I don't know, but whatever. So
Let's do
Angel
science.
goes. They really do science in this episode. Like Wesley, I was like, like this is crazy. Wesley is so smart, but
Cordelia starts fucking hacking off pieces with a hacksaw from that body.
yeah, we're like a real like forensic team here now.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's like randomly when like Tej is like a hacker in that Fast and Furious, and you're like, oh, I guess now Tej is like the smart hacker. All right, whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
He was just like a race guy, but okay. So he goes to visit Lockley or whatever, and there's a moment where this seems significant. Mr. Lockley is like, "What are you talking about, son?" And Angel's like, "Oh, you called me son. That was crazy." Um, but anyway, and then this is when he has the flashback with Darla. He bites her, and pretty cool. Uh,
What's going on in that bar before the bite?
What do you mean? He's like fighting people,
Yeah, and
getting
what's
drunk,
Darla doing?
talking to a girl.
Yeah, and who's that
Who is
girl?
she? I don't know.
She's talking like a barmaid and like going like, I am going to bite the fuck out of that
She
guy.
didn't stand out to me.
And the barmaiden's like, yeah, we've all fucked that guy and got lied to the next day. Um, that was Emmy Award, I think, winning
Whoa.
actress Christina Hendricks,
What? That's
aka
Christina Hendricks.
Joan Holloway from Mad Men, and from Good Girls and her
Well, she was in
many
a few
other.
franchises. I think she was in Bad Santa 2, and I'm pretty sure she was
That's
in The
correct.
Strangers 2, right?
That is all both correct. Yes,
That's crazy. I never noticed that.
that is her wearing like a little maid's hat.
That's crazy. I feel like she has a very distinct look to me, and I
Yeah,
didn't.
and here it is in this one episode of Angel.
That's awesome. That's very cool.
Yeah, yeah, and she eventually came back, was in or maybe two episodes of Firefly as well. So Joss Whedon used her a few times before she was famous.
I hope that doesn't mean anything.
I don't think so.
I hope not.
Yeah, I hope not too.
Who knows? But all right, yeah. So there we go. So then Kate goes with what's his name? Oh, Trevor. Trevor. She goes with her dad, Trevor. They go to eat some hot dogs
Well, I
or
will
whatever.
say he wrote and directed the Firefly that she was in.
Wait, who did? Joss did?
Yeah.
Uh, well, I'm gonna choose to ignore
Okay.
that.
Let,
I
let's
just
just let's just not think about that part.
yeah, let's not.
That part.
And that part. I think that I think Kate does a really good job of acting like a like a professional, like a cop woman, you know? I think
Yeah,
she's
I
really good at it.
agree.
Like even like in this scene where she's like eating the hot dog with her dad,
I
it's
love this. Yeah, I thought she was really adorable in this scene. She's so thirsty for shit from her dad, though. Like for acknowledgement of her dad.
that's what this episode is basically.
No, I know, but like he's asking her like forensic shit or whatever, and then he's like, and I thought it might be nice to spend some time with my daughter. And her reaction to that is like, what? Really?
But it
You want to
seems
spend time with me?
yeah, I agree, but she also seems sad by that because he goes into like this big whole thing of like other reasons why he would talk to her, and then he's like, "Oh, but also this," and she's like, "Was that real, or were you just like tacking that on to?" I, don't know,
I know
I didn't really
she
understand if
just
she was
comes
happy or
across
not.
so thirsty for parental love.
Right? Yeah, she's a good character. I really like her, but it seemed like this was like free time that she doesn't really get. Like she seemed really good at acting like that. Like I'm always stressed, and now this is my one
Right.
time to sort of like sit and relax and eat a hot dog with my dad. I don't know. I thought she did a great job in this
That
episode.
hot dog looked super good too. It made me want like I'm gonna get a hot dog one day this week because of that hot dog.
Yeah, shout out to Kate. But my dad, he's like Angel. That's a Mexican name. Come on,
I thought that was such a crazy lie.
come on, Trevor. What's that about?
Like he wasn't and he was like not happy about it either. Like he knows like
Yeah.
Kate's dating Angel like in his brain because she took him to his retirement party, and he goes like, "That ain't a Mexican name, is it?" Like oh, like he's trying to like I fucking hope not. God damn it.
That's yeah, it was so weird because I really like Trevor. Aside from that that line, kind of it was odd, but but there we go. He hates Mexicans, I
Yeah,
guess.
well, there's a lot of like charming old men that are like really super racist if you like probe the surface just slightly.
Right. Yeah. It's better to not know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so here we learn
It's like it's like when you read interviews with like John Cleese now. You're like, let me just not read this.
I don't really care about John Cleese, so what do I care? I don't know.
All right.
He's what like one of like the Monty Python guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he's in Harry Potter. That's really what I know him from. He's in the
Yeah,
early
he's
Harry
nearly
Potters.
headless Nick.
Yeah, yeah. And you'll have to explain this to me. So we learned that the demon was a drug addict and he was trying to get drugs on the train. That's what was happening.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
These are
So
like demon drug runners in this episode.
so they learned to like to take whatever substance they were after, and they like Wesley and Angel weaponize it, sort of, right? They like take that thing and they're like, now we have it in a jar and we're gonna use it.
How do they use it?
I don't know. I feel like they. What happens toward the end of the episode? They don't ever use that for anything.
I don't remember
You don't remember
this.
that though? They like bottle it up and they're like, now we have it.
Oh
Yay.
yeah, kind of, yeah.
I don't know. I don't really know what was going on there. But all right, so here we go. There's you thought you knew everything about this episode, but you don't. There's like a big demon that shows up halfway through, and he's like, I will kill everybody. And you're
Great
like,
voice.
what the hell? Is this like I thought we were setting up this because it for the first time ever in Angel, it seems like we're actually getting somewhere. I don't know where we're getting, but in this episode, I felt like, all right, I'm kind of on board. Like we're moving forward, and we introduced this guy, and I was like, oh, this guy is, I guess, going to be like the new bad guy. And then Angel just shows up a few scenes later and kills him. So no, I have no idea where the fuck we're going still, I guess. But here's this guy.
um, I'll say that you're not wrong though. This episode sets up a lot, and then next week, uh, we will see the reemergence of our old friends Wolfram and Hart.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. I
Yeah.
actually forgot about them. Yeah. But so we go another flashback, a funeral, Liam's funeral, young Liam.
Yeah, I mean, and if you really listen to the sermon, like you get to hear like Angel's eulogy. It's like a fascinating scene.
Yeah, it is. It's good. And then we get like a lot of stuff.
He was 26 years old when he was killed, by the way. They say that in the eulogy.
Yeah, we see his grave thing. I noticed that too, which is crazy. That's still older than me. That's crazy. One day I'll get to Angel age, and I'll be like, oh man, I got to make the most of this year. I'm the age of Angel. I'm
The
gonna try.
thing
I think I'm
is,
gonna.
I think you really think you're gonna get to Angel's age, like 243.
I hope not. I fucking hope not. 43 sounds like a hassle. TBH. I don't know about all that.
Yeah, I know. I've only got like 6 more years, and I'm like 6 more goddamn years.
That
God.
does sound like a long time. 6 years. But all right, so we go to Angel comes up out of the grave, right? And Darla's there, and then there's like a grave robber. He's not a grave robber, but he like shows up and he's like, "Hey."
No, he's a grave digger, and he accuses them of being grave robbers.
He sees these guys and he's like, "You're a grave robber." What even is a grave robber? They rob
Someone who
caskets
like,
and shit.
yeah, because a lot of people are buried with their valuables and shit.
That's what they do. They steal like jewelry from the dead people.
Yes.
Holy, I never even thought about that. I thought they like steal. They're like, oh, this would be a cool casket.
No, man. Maybe you should start robbing graves. Pretty good scam.
Does that happen a lot? People get buried with like expensive jewelry.
Yeah.
Why? Why do they do that? Why don't
Because
you?
like it's heirlooms, things that mean something to them. They get, with their like wedding ring or something like that.
They should fake it. Put like a twisty tie on their wrist and then go sell the wedding ring.
Okay, but in the family's mind, it's like they're sending someone into eternity. Maybe like if like the
But they could play one last
spirit
trick
of,
on them.
you think
Send them
they
into
want
eternity
you
with a
think they
twisty
want
tie.
their like mom's spirit to be like watching over them from the afterlife,
You believe in
going
that?
like they fucking gave me a twisty tie. Yeah, but you don't understand, Logan.
They do believe in
Like
that. I guess
there's
that's how they
so
do it.
many stupid people that believe in that shit.
Don't call them stupid. We have listeners that believe in that.
Yeah, they're a little dumber than the rest of the listeners.
You're so mean to people all the time. Jeez. So here I forgot where we were. Oh, Liam's funeral. Yeah, they killed a grave digger guy. And I was thinking, I was like, if this was James from Survivor, if he was this grave digger, he would just kill Angel.
James.
Angel would have no
Oh,
shot.
James.
You remember
the
James
grave
Clement?
digger.
Grave
Of
digger?
course, yeah.
James will
Three-time
just
player.
murder Angel. But by the way, I do think a great gravedigger could probably kill you. He's got that shovel made out of wood. He could probably stab you with that.
Yeah,
somehow.
I think that's why the character the Undertaker works so well.
Why? Because he fights vampires?
No,
kills
because
them with the wood?
it seems like he could take somebody out. Those guys are spooky.
There has to be Undertaker versus Gangrel match, right?
I don't know. Gangrel didn't really make it.
But he was around for a few years. He
Yeah, he
probably,
was.
but the Undertaker was in a different league. They actually probably didn't fight.
Yeah.
Their probably only experience would be in rumbles, like encounters in a rumble, probably.
Yes, that's probably right.
But all right, so here I wrote this line down. Cordelia tells Wesley, she says, "Have a little faith, Wesley," and I was like, "Oh, I just had a little faith not too long ago. Oh my god!"
I had the same thought. I was like, "Be careful what you wish for."
Faith and Wesley, they had a good relationship, right?
No,
No, they didn't get along.
they had a bad relationship.
Really?
Yeah,
Did Faith was Faith nice to anybody?
I mean, she was at first.
Xander, she was very nice to Xander. I like Xander, by the way. He was like, Giles, just to let you know, like me and Faith have history. Like I know she's gonna be like all about me again. And Giles was like, all right, Xander, whatever.
Yeah, Xander was good in that moment.
Yeah, he's funny. So here we go. So we go back to, oh no, here like demons show up, right? And they like attack Cordelia and Wesley. It's like a crazy scene where like the demons show up. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that's what's happening. They're like after the substance that Wesley has.
It's the
I don't know.
demon drug dealers. There's like three of them, right? I feel
Yeah.
like both Buffy and Angel this week had like a mysterious crew of like three random dudes walking around.
Yeah, it didn't excite me too much.
But well, I was excited by this crew because the main one, the only one who really got lines,
Oh yeah.
I recognized he dated Felicity in the first half of season 2 of Felicity.
This was the big star you were gonna talk about?
No, Christina Hendricks was the big star.
Oh, I forgot about Christina Hendricks. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Yeah. Oh, I thought I was like bracing myself for
No,
somebody.
but I
That's
got
cool.
excited for this dude. He was in Felicity, and uh, and he something else too. Can I
Huh?
look him up real quick?
Another like Josh thing.
No, something else just that I personally like.
Okay. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, this
Gilmore
guy's.
Girls or something.
I'm sure it's something like that. But the Felicity run that he was on was at the same time as this episode. Like he wrapped up his Felicity run and like immediately did this episode of Angel.
That must be so fun working in TV.
I know, right? Just going from show to show like that.
Yeah, that's
That kind of
very,
rules.
yeah.
Yeah, so he's a French actor named Henri Lubati, apparently. And
Like Henry, like spelled like Henry.
oh yeah, he was also Taylor Townsend's French fiance in season 4 of the OC. I just wanted to shout that out.
That's what you're thinking of, the OC.
Yes.
Okay. So he's in it kind of a lot, probably. He's the fiance.
Yeah, he got around a lot. These days I looked up to what he's doing, a lot of voiceover work. He has a lot of shit in that new video game Starfield that everybody's going crazy about.
I thought people were going crazy about Spider-Man too. That's all I've been hearing about.
I think no, the only game I'm hearing about Starfield.
What? What's Starfield?
I don't know. People are saying it's great space game.
Okay. Well, that's cool. Does he have a distinct voice? I don't. Does he even talk here?
I don't think so.
I mean, he must. He's a voice actor.
I guess he can do voices though.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. I guess you can not have a distinct voice, but do good voices, right?
Yeah.
But here we go.
Like Hank Azaria. If you just heard him speak, you wouldn't think like what an amazing voice, but that guy could do some fucking voices.
Yeah. Does the Family Guy have a funny voice normally?
Oh, he just sounds like Brian the dog when he talks normally.
Really?
Yeah.
Brian is the name of the dog?
Yeah.
What's the name of the brother?
Chris.
Chris. Okay. He really just sounds like Brian the dog. That's funny.
Yeah.
All right. So we go back to Ireland, right? Or Angel makes a call. He's like, Kate, your dad's in trouble, whatever. And then we go back to Ireland. Angel shows up and he's like, hey, Dad, what's going on? And then Dad's like, what? I'm supposed to have to invite you in. And then
the dad's like boarding up the house because apparently there have been so many like murders in the village recently, and it was Angel committing those murders.
Right. But how does he know about vampires, Dad?
He doesn't. What are you talking about?
He tells him like, I have to invite you in, and Angel's like, somebody else already invited me in, and then you cut to see the dead little girl, and you're like, oh no.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I guess he does know about vampires. I don't know.
So like back then, they like heard story like in the there's like a vampire in town. Maybe
Yeah, I
watch
guess
out for
it's
the
just it's like a
vampire.
small village, so like that's the rumor.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, because he definitely knew about it. But yeah, so Angel, like we see, he killed his daughter and
I
his
I
sister.
that is the saddest moment of the whole episode. Like he
I don't
seems to
think
have like
so.
a really nice relationship with that little sister, and then he just like fucking like I don't know. That would bother me if I was Angel. Like I could have
Of
turned my
course.
little sister. She could still be alive today, hanging out with me. I could have a companion. But no, he just fucking wrecked her when she was like 10.
Has Darla told him about how you turn people? Like clearly he did it, but does he know that like in order to turn other people, they have to do that too?
I don't know that you need to be told that information. I think once it's happened to you, maybe you just understand how that happens.
Then why didn't he do that with his sister?
Cold blooded, man.
Yeah.
Early Angel, he's just made of anger and hatred.
So he was Liam, then he was Angelus, and then he was Angel.
That's right. The same
So
way
he's Angelus right
Spike
now.
was William the Bloody. I always thought it was interesting that they gave Spike and Angel like the same name, like they're two sides of the same coin or something. Liam and William.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah,
Huh. Liam, I never even thought about Liam is just like the last half of William. That's
yeah,
weird. All right, so back to Lockley's dad's place, right? And
yeah.
by
Old
the way,
Trev's house.
I mean, I don't want to just like get into the obvious cool stuff of this episode, but the, it is cool. Because Angel shows up to his dad's house, right, to kill his dad, and dad tells him, "You can't get in here because I have to let you in." But the thing is, Angel had already gotten in. But then we go to him trying to get into Trevor Lockley's house, and he doesn't know about the rule, so Angel isn't allowed in at all,
Yeah,
which was like sort of the opposite of what's going on.
he
And
has to wait for him
that
to
was cool.
die
That was
in
awesome.
order to go into the house, because then the rules
It's
ceases to
nobody's
be.
place. But then when
Yeah.
you have to ask like the landlord, "Hey, can I come in?" Call the landlord.
That would be hilarious.
That was cool though. It's like you have to wait for his life to get sucked out of him, and then you
Yeah.
can come in. Yeah, that was really cool. And yeah, so that's what happens. Then he comes in, kills one of them. The other guy escapes. Kate comes in, and she's like, "Oh my god!"
The one he kills in that moment is the dude from Felicity.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I like the bigger guy.
He's not big. He's
There
like
was like a chubby guy, and then like the skinnier guy. The skinny guy
skinnier
gets
guy.
away
Oh, then sorry, then I'm wrong. Skinny guy is
because
the one I'm talking about.
they get into another fight in a second where Kate shows up with a gun, and there's a
Oh
cool shot
yes.
of like the POV from the gun's perspective,
Yeah,
which was awesome.
yeah, that was some fucking Doom shit.
Yeah, it was like you're watching a video game. It's really cool.
Yeah.
And so Kate shows up and she starts shooting at them, and then Angel shows up, and you got like the big showdown with that big demon from earlier comes out, and Angel, I think he cuts his head off,
Yeah.
decapitates the big guy, and then Kate shows up. This I think is the saddest part of the episode, not the part where his sister dies, but when Kate tells Angel that he has no idea what it's like to be human, and it's like, you're just judging this guy because he's a vampire. Meanwhile, he's lived this entire life with Buffy you don't even know about. This guy knows what it's like. Like he doesn't, but I thought that was a very sad moment. Telling
Yeah,
Angel like, you don't know nothing about people and
but
humanity.
I think that's Kate being reactive to what's happened to her father. I think deep down Angel knows that that's not true. Um whereas the thing with his sister is something like he has to live with for eternity. Like you really understand at that point the implications of the gypsy curse.
But he didn't even seem that
Like
sad
ex-
about it.
well,
He's
he's not sad in that moment. He's a vampire without a soul. But when the gypsy curse happens, like 150 years later, you can see why he was such a mess for so many years. Why, like, when we catch up with him in 1996, he's living as a homeless person in New York, like
Right.
eating rats, like because that's the sort of thing he's living with.
Right. Well, I
Yeah,
thought this was even sadder because the whole time we've known Angel, he's been like this demon vampire who's just been trying to live a normal life and suppress that side of him. And then she's just like, "Fuck you! You're
yeah.
just an evil vampire guy." It's like, oh,
No, it's an all around tragic episode.
very, very good. My favorite one. Spoiler alert.
Favorite Angel so far?
Favorite Angel so
It
far.
might be mine too. What's mine right now?
Yours right now would be Hero.
Yeah, I definitely like this more than Hero. You could pop this at number one for me as well.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go
I
four.
think it's gonna get beat real soon though.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Um, my MVP. I'm gonna go Kate this episode.
Interesting. I like that.
She's not having to do a funny Irish accent like Angel is.
That Irish accent is so insane.
I've had the thought, are they going out of their way to cast all of the other Irish people as Americans so that they are doing like as silly a voice as Angel is?
I'm gonna say yes.
Okay, because like nobody seems good at it, and it
Yeah,
seems
I agree.
like they can't make people good at it because then it makes Angel so much worse at it. So it seems like they're doing it on
Well,
purpose.
the father, his dad's pretty good, but like
Okay,
you're right. In general, it does seem like they
they're all
he
doing
like
Angel
lives,
impressions
yeah, he
probably.
lives in like a fantasy Ireland where nobody speaks right.
Yeah.
Um my what did you give this out of five?
Four out of five.
Yeah, me too. I'm gonna go with Darla as my MVP. It's just so nice to see her.
It was nice to see her. You're right.
Yeah.
Great hair. Gave her a nice wig or whatever. I don't know if it was a wig, but I don't really have an LVP. I liked Cordelia. I liked Wesley. I like maybe that delivery guy. Thought he'd be a bigger deal than he was.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I like Trevor,
I thought the
the big demon guy.
no, I like that big demon guy. I kind of thought the 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 grave, the grave digger guy was really silly.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'd rather go him than the delivery guy.
Yeah, I thought the performance was like ridiculous.
Yeah, that's fair. So the grave digger, sorry to him. Should have been
Yeah.
James Clement. But
I just looked him up. He's got 16 credits, Logan. 3 of them are on Joss Whedon projects.
huh.
Joss Whedon likes this guy. Apparently, the Gravedigger guy is on 2 episodes of Buffy later this season.
2 episodes of Buffy
Yeah.
is the same character. I guess don't count.
Yeah, is Mr. Ward. I'm going to assume that's a teacher. Although,
I had
wouldn't
a
it be
Mr.
Professor
Ward one
Ward? They're
time.
in college.
Wow. What if it was the psych teacher? Psych teacher, Mr. Ward, like psych ward? That'd be crazy.
Oh, wow. Taking over for Maggie. Um,
She was a psych teacher?
yep.
Wow.
Yeah, so this random gravedigger, he's on 2 episodes of Buffy. He shows back up on Angel 2 seasons later as a demon, and then shows up as just like some random old guy on Firefly in the same episode that Christina Hendricks is in.
Wow. That's amazing.
I want to interview. Can you see if you could score an interview with this gravedigger?
Yeah, what's his name?
His name's Bob Fibiani.
Bob.
Bob Fimiani.
Is he alive still? He was
I
pretty
don't
old.
know.
He was kind of an old guy.
I know. You
All right.
find out for me.
I'll see. See if he's on X. Bob Fibiani. We'll see
Yeah.
if I can find him.
Fimiani.
Oh. Oh,
Fimiani.
sorry. Fimiani. All right, Patreon time. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, Tim says, great to see the mayor again. Can Logan discuss the mayor's video he recorded for Faith? Very John Kramer like, huh? We went more of the Scream route than John Kramer.
Yeah, it is very John Kramer though.
Yeah, yeah. Josh Merlis, MVP of Buffy's Angel, says, Buffy, okay, that was awesome. Classic stuff. We're back. Also, go watch the scene where Buffy and Faith are tumbling down the stairs at Buffy's mom's house. You can totally see a camera in that shot. Sent Dan a clip.
Dude, he sent me. I forgot about this. I meant to respond to it. Sorry, Josh. Hey, I did get it. He sent me that clip, and he said, "Tell me." This is how he sent it. Tell me you never saw this camera in the shot before, and I had never noticed it, and it's very apparent in the clip. Yeah, you could see a camera just like filming from the upstairs when they're tumbling down the stairs.
That's awesome. I didn't
Yeah.
notice that. I'll have to go back and check that out. But that's one of my favorite things. So, and then he
Yeah, you love
says,
that shit. Remember when you got all excited about that lamp in that one episode of Buffy?
yes, absolutely. That's the one where Anya is shows up at
Yes, the
Giles' house.
wish. It was the wish.
Yep. Yep.
You can see her walk into position.
Love it. Love it. I thought the little kid in the last Angel episode that was possessed, I thought he did a slightly better job. You don't really see him sit up when Wesley comes in. Like you do a little bit, but you would never think about it unless you're like a crazy person that's trying to catch it. But so Angel, Josh Merlis says, Angel, this show's delivering some high quality television. Some notes on Cordy. Angel just missed her birthday. She said he had 11 and a half months to learn it. So sad. I don't really remember that, to be honest. What happened?
It was just like a
He
passing
missed her
line.
birthday?
Yeah.
That's sad. When is her birthday? Do we know?
No, maybe it's. I think it's established later on. There's an episode of Angel called Birthday, and I'm pretty sure it's about Cordelia's birthday. So
I
we'll
love
get
it.
there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm gonna know when you're like, "What's birthday about?" I'm gonna be like, "It's Cordelia's birthday."
Yeah. Well, there you go. Yeah.
So he says she had a raunchy bit of dialogue, something about a bad skank rag.
Huh.
You know what that is? Bad skank
No.
rag? I don't either. Maybe did he watch a different episode than I watched? He said spotted a boom mic in the shot at Kate's office. What is going on this week? That's amazing. I didn't notice that either.
That is kind of awesome.
She's like, Angel's like, I came in the sewers. By the way, is that a boom mic in the shot? What is that right there?
I will say that when these aired originally, they aired in full frame. And so they might have been filming for full frame. Now they're on these streaming services in widescreen. That might be why that sort of thing happens sometimes.
But would we be seeing extra than what they intended though?
Yes,
Wouldn't we be
because
seeing
the
less of
picture
it
is bigger. What are you talking about?
in widescreen rather than full screen?
Yes. There's whole edges of the screen.
But not top to bottom where we would see boom mics, right?
No, but what width?
Yeah, I guess so. All right. Yeah, I mean that's fair. Josh Merlis again, 3 comments this week. He says, okay. He says, off topic. I agree with Logan that you guys would gain some traction with TikTok/YouTube shorts, but I do think Dan has a point that you could edit clips together showing what you're talking about instead of cameras on you guys. Camera is capital letter, like he's Donald Trump. That's weird. Plus, turning your video on is asking for technical trouble.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh, Great point, Josh Merlis, except for the part where you said Dan had a point. All right, thanks, Josh. Thank you so much for commenting all the time.
Next week on Buffy's Angels, the Buffy episode is called Who Are You?
Oh my God. Who are you? I think I know what it is. Who is you? What if that's one of the who is you? What if that's
Who is you?
Who is you? I think that Buffy is gonna she remember she broke in at the very end and she fought Faith. Oh wait, I forgot she's actually possessed now. I was gonna make a joke like Buffy's not gonna remember Joyce because she hasn't been on the show for so long, but and she's gonna be like, "Who are you again?" But she's actually possessed, so she actually might say, "Who are you?" I mean, that's probably what it is. It's just somebody's gonna be like, "Who are you?" Because they think they're talking to Buffy, but clearly it's not Buffy. So it's probably just gonna be about that, how it's not really Buffy, right?
Yeah, it's a body swap episode, so it's called Who Are You? It's
Not really that hard for this
complicated.
one. So yeah.
All right. So the next one on Angel is called The Ring.
Oh my God. Well, I was gonna make a joke. Spike gets a new TV, but he gets the wrong
Also,
TV.
Spike's not on the show Angel.
I know that's why I can't do that. But yeah. So I guess I'm gonna guess they oh, this is actually funny. They're gonna decide. Remember in the last episode when we got accused of being grave robbers? What if we actually do that and we can do so we can steal stuff and they steal a ring, but the ring is actually cursed,
Yeah.
so it backfires on them.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah, that's pretty good, right?
Mm-hmm. All right, so that's next week. Who are you in the ring? We got Insidious finishing up on the main feed next week, and in addition to the Buffy show, hey, I'm watching here all that. I watched Fall of the House of Usher. I'll talk about that. Usher wasn't in it.
Oh,
Um, then we've got check out our new show on the Patreon, the Sunday Night Wars. I'm working really hard on that show. Logan is too. It's
long
a
episode, like almost
long, really
2 hours 20
long,
minutes.
but it's something I'm proud of, and I think is gonna get better and better. Um, and if you want to if you want to watch the stuff before you watch that episode, it's 1985 WrestleMania and Starcade, both available on Peacock. Um, is that everything, Logan?
I believe
When's the
so.
next episode of that show?
Of like when we're recording it.
Yeah.
Do you want to try to do it again this week, Wednesday? Isn't it
No,
not a franchise thing? Oh, Equalizer was the only thing that we had, but we can put that off for a few more weeks.
it's
We can
up
try.
to you. We can either do it this week or the following week.
Why I would still have to watch Equalizer too. So
Right. No, no, I meant the Sunday Night Wars.
oh, but what would you rather do? You said you want to do it every day, so I assume you wouldn't rather wait
I
two
don't
more
mind. I
weeks
don't
for it.
mind doing it next week, but I don't think it should be like a weekly show every week. It's just a lot.
Okay, so should we wait a week? Do it in 2 weeks?
Yeah, let's do it in 2 weeks.
All right, so in 2 weeks we'll do
It'll be a
WrestleMania
bi that's
2.
that'll be a bi-weekly show, the Sunday Night Wars. It's decided.
Yeah, and we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll do a bonus every now and then.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
So
Um, all right, you bloodsuckers.